Hello everyone and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave with the Man on the Moon where we're going to channel. Today we're going to channel on Mueller's report. Everybody's jumpy, I know, waiting for this to happen. I don't know about you, but I spend 3 hours looking at the screen waiting for something to happen. This is a very bad habit and I want you to know that I am working on it. I want to advise all of you to work on this. Limit the amount of time you're in front of the screen. It's really driving all of us crazy. Later on, I will be producing more videos along these lines, specifically about how to manage the amount of information that we're getting and the feelings that it is creating in all of us. But right now, let's just take a look at Mueller and see just when this is going to come out. I might ask a few more details. Okay. So, Spirit, can you give me a date? When is it coming out? You know, I got this date before, and I think I produced this date for another video, maybe totally unrelated. I'm getting like April 15th, 16th at the moment, maybe even 17th. I feel like it's April. So, don't be surprised if it just takes a little bit longer than we expect. And it's not going to come out right away. Don't expect it to come out in the next couple of days. I'm getting a no on that one. All right. Now, Spirit, what about the report? Will we know the whole contents? Okay. Now, I channeled on this a little bit before about what Barr is going to do, and I'm seeing Barr in an office, and he's looking over the works. He's just thinking about it, and it's really interesting because it really does look like an official's office. It's quite marvelous with all its books and just information. It almost kind of feels like all of the American law surrounds him. He's not just out of nowhere. He really is coming out of a tradition, and that makes me feel better. It makes me feel like this will be honest, and that he will be reflecting justice, at least the American version of justice. And he's there, and he is taking this very seriously. He looks very concerned as well. I'm going to say that William Barr is a serious person. He will not take any of this lightly. I feel somewhat relieved as he is thinking this over. Again, he looks very, very concerned. He's really considering how this should be delivered. And there is no roadmap for him. He understands exactly where he is. He understands that he is going to change history in a moment. There's no predecessor who's had to deal with exactly the same situation. So again, this is encouraging. And he's going to do it regardless of political situations. He really is going to do it in a way that he thinks will be an important precedent for us. He's very thoughtful about this. So one thing that we might notice is that he might get this report and really have to consider it and think it over. I'm getting that it's very serious, which means that there's a lot in the report. He's trying to find precedents. He can't consult Mueller. He can't consult others. He must keep this a secret. He's trying to decipher which portions to take out and which portions to make public. And he's sort of finally come to this conclusion ultimately that he cannot keep any of it secret. He's just kind of throwing up his arms like, well, look, I know I can go through this all in all, but the bottom line is that we need to know what's in the report. Americans have the right to know what's in the report, and he's just very worried about the consequences. He's very afraid that something will happen if he does just let it all out, because he knows the political impact it will have. But ultimately, and this is with a heavy heart, he seems to be deciding, there's like a book, and he's like, okay, what should I redact? I would expect this report is going to be long. It's not going to be simple. And he's just finally going, what do I keep secret? And so he's just taking it all, and he's just kind of deciding the only way to comprehensively do this is to give it all up. There will be maybe just a few redactions, very few sentences redacted that have to do with some maybe ongoing investigations that he cannot reveal. So he just goes ahead, and it's just like he's looking out the window, and he's looking at the Washington Monument, and he's really thinking, what's the meaning of this? And I have to do it. I have to tell the people what's in the report. And so he takes the report, okay, and he gives it to Congress. And I literally see him walking up Congress's, the steps to Congress. He's walking up there. Yeah, it's very funny because of the expressions on the Republicans and Democrats' faces are quite different. Yeah, the Republicans are like, uh-oh, they look really worried. The Democrats are like, yeah, give it. And he's giving it to both of them. And he's just kind of giving both of them a copy. He's saying, all right, my job, this portion of my job's done. Whew. He's just kind of got this, like, it's not even a whew, it's more like boy, this is really big. If anyone's expecting that this report will be, somehow, simple or just, minimal, and there are not going to be that many accusations in it, I would say this is clearly the wrong. There is a lot of stuff in here, and he's very serious about revealing it. He's not showing me a short report either. Now, it looks like it's jaw-dropping. I especially see the Republicans, like, there's just a body of them, and their jaws are just like, oh my God. Whereas the Democrats are, like, fired up, like, whoa, how fast can we get this out to the public kind of deal? How fast can we show them what's in here? They're like literally jumping up and down in front of me, like, whoa, come on. And it's just, I just see it as a major win for the Democrats. It's obviously got material in that's helpful to them and helpful to an investigation. Mueller is like walking tall right now. He is going to be one of those people that history records as, saving our democracy. Don't be surprised if they build statues to him. He's a real American hero, and he's that kind of hero who's reluctant, but he is a hero. All right, so Spirit, can we have an idea what's in the report? I'm seeing, Russia, Stalin kind of deal. I'm seeing the flag, the Russian flag and stuff. I think there's real evidence of collusion in there. I think there's direct evidence. I see him shaking Putin's hand. I think there's a direct proof of their connection. Can you give us any more details there? Okay, Spirit's like wiping his forehead, like, oh my God, it's like, how much time you got? I think there's a lot of stuff there. He's just like, well, okay, show me one thing. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what this means, but I have an idea. There's a ship, and it's like an old-fashioned ship with sails and everything. But the ship has two different flags. It's got a Russian and an American flag. I think the British are involved too, because it also has a British flag, and that could also be Australian. I think that there are other countries involved, along with America and Russia, and that's maybe Cambridge Analytica is one of the principal players in this. So, Spirit, what will be the consequence of this report, of Mueller's report? It will be pretty immense. I feel like it's just political in the sense that lots of photographs being taken, lots and lots of media generated around it. Absolutely, nightly television reports by every single senator talking about the meaning of it. McConnell looks pretty much lost. He's just like, I don't know how to spin this one. He looks devastated and angry. Don't forget McConnell's wife is on Trump's staff. So it's funny, it's almost like a problem between the two of them. He's almost like, hey, why didn't you tell me? Or, we knew that. Mitch McConnell looks like he's full of some remorse. It looks like this was a misstep for him. It looks like, in this image, he's wondering what to do. He's regretting his decisions to support Trump. He is wondering about how his party is going to survive this event. And honestly, he looks ashamed. He looks like he's ashamed of himself. And, essentially, he looks like he supported a traitor. That's what he looks like. All right, and Spirit, just one more question. What will the meaning be? What will the ultimate meaning be for an American person watching right now? Why is this important for us to know? It's step by step. I'm seeing actually literally a staircase. We have to uncover our democracy step by step. It doesn't just happen overnight. Bit by bit by bit, we follow the laws until we get to a true understanding of the nature of what it means to live in the United States today. Ultimately, it will be a good thing. It is difficult to know this, but ultimately, it's like, the highest point. That is what our objective is. Don't forget this. It's to be better Americans, and we are better Americans as we work through this. It really is very important that we go through this process. Don't get too upset as you're going through it, because every society faces social change. This particular change is in an upward trajectory, not a downward trajectory. Don't let it overwhelm you, because it can be very overwhelming. But it will be a good thing for America. It will shine a light, if you will, on the way that our government really works, and it will change. It will change the future of our nation. All right, and on that note, thanks for watching.